What's good, YouTube? In this video, I'll address 2 viewer questions about choosing guys or not choosing guys. The first question comes from KKE21 and she writes, can you please make a video to this question? Should I choose the safe guy who's interested in me, but my feelings aren't as strong as his, or the risky guy who I have fireworks of feelings inside me for, but he shows less interest? Well, KKE21, I wonder what that stands for. I think that depends on the character of that guy and why he's not showing interest. As in, is he playing around with you and giving you just enough to keep you liking him? Or does he generally just seem to lack interest, but you still want to pursue him? I'm also not clear on what you mean by safe or risky. As in, does safe mean easy catch that you know you have a shot with, or nice guy? If nice guy is what you mean when you say safe, then the second viewer question in this video should address that concern. But I feel like you mean safe as in sure thing. With that said, I wouldn't tell you to choose a safe guy just because he's a sure thing. If you know him well enough to know that you don't really want to be with him, then don't do it. But if you like someone and you have the energy to try your luck, then go for it. But never let a guy waste your time by stringing you along, as in playing with your emotions. Those are 2 very different scenarios. However, I suppose someone in a desperate situation or someone who has been alone for a long time would choose the sure thing. Rejection seems to fatigue a person to such a degree that the fear of being alone would make them settle for a person that they don't really care for. Some people are just desperate for someone to love them. And most of us have an idea of what that feels like. Many of us have been there. The sad part is, however, that when you do settle, in most cases, it still doesn't work out, and now you've lost time that you can't get back. So in short, my advice to you in life would just to be to chase your dreams or your dream guy, but just make sure that he's worth it. So the next viewer question comes from Swayze, who by the way has the coolest avatar I've seen in a while. She writes, I understand what you're saying about jerky guys in the video. Apparently she's watched some more of my videos. You should too. Anyway, I understand what you're saying about jerky guys in videos. I waste no time with them. But what if I'm not physically attracted to this one specific nice or good guy? Or we just don't click for some reason? Is it a crime to let him know up front that I'm not interested and move on? No harm, no foul, no time wasted. Do I have to tackle the first good guy that walks by, or do I have a choice? You don't have to waterboy the first good guy you see. Tackle. The imagery in that statement is hilarious. But to your question, no. No, you don't have to tackle the first good guy you see. You always have a choice. My issue is, however, with women who are on the opposite extreme of the spectrum. The ones who tackle the first bad boy asswipe that walks by. My concern is, and my life experience lends me to believe, that in many times, in an effort to be efficient after not initially clicking with a guy, women write nice guys off before they even know if they could like him or develop interest. Girls take one look at a guy and be like, no, before they even know anything about the guy. Those same girls see a guy they deem as their type and commit themselves to all his games just because they feel a spark. And then they chase that spark into the dark, falling into the abyss of bad relationships. Listen, ladies, a spark or clicking with a guy just boils down to your being charmed. That's it. It just means you're charmed by someone. It adds no value to a relationship once the honeymoon phase is over. Women write me all the time telling me about how a guy they have sparks with is fucking them over. They proceed to tell me about how great he was in the beginning and how now they are so confused about what's happening. That should be clear as day. They were dating him because of his charm while never taking inventory of his character. Charm should be the icing on the cake, not the whole damn cake. Don't tell me how funny he is. Tell me how he treats the waiter that serves you dinner. So he dresses nice. Great. How does he talk to the people he's upset with? How does he handle conflict? Does he have self-control? Yeah, he's handsome. But how does he act toward people who can't do anything for him, who have nothing to offer him? Is he honest? Does he have respect? Can he commit to anything that doesn't serve himself? Relationships are built on character and commitment, not charm. Integrity, decency, compromise, and selflessness are manifestations of a loving heart. This is the cake. That other shit is the icing. Some of y'all can't find a good man because you never really looked for one. But back to your question, Swayze. I don't want you to rush or to settle. I want you to look deep enough into a man to make an informed decision on whether or not you like him. You may be surprised. Yeah, I may have ranted a little bit there, and maybe you don't make all of those mistakes. So maybe all of that wasn't for you, but I hope I answered your question. Anyway, share my shit if it's helpful to you. Click on my picture to subscribe. I'll get with y'all later.